My name is Stephen Weippert. I'm a major in the United States Air Force, and I'm an assistant professor of aerospace studies, better known as an ROTC instructor here at Arizona State University. Before I was a deputy battalion commander in United States Military Entrance Processing Command at 11th Battalion in St. Louis, Missouri. With this last experience, what I loved is being in a joint environment, learning more about the culture of our sister services, and seeing what we as an Air Force bring to the fight. I think back to 9/11 when I was a young kid growing up in the northwestern part of New Jersey. You know, the Twin Towers, watching them fall, seeing planes crash into the building is something that still resonates with me today. Fast forward, found myself in college with not necessarily a plan of what was going to have or what was going to happen afterwards. And so essentially it was aligning the two where I fell into Air Force ROTC. Some great friends brought me over there, as well as thinking back to that experience from my childhood. It just made sense for me to join the military afterwards. The reason I chose to be an Air Force ROTC instructor here at ASU is because I was given so many opportunities as a cadet. I'm so thankful for the experiences that my cadre members gave to me. And so I knew at some point that I would find myself in an instructor capacity. It didn't necessarily matter what school, but the reason I chose ASU, Arizona State University, is because of school spirit. I went to field training with a few members from Det 025, and they were, so excited about their school, spoke so highly of it. And so I don't have any affiliation from the school prior to this, but I knew that this was going to be a great place for me to find myself. The application process to become an ROTC instructor consists of a centralized board that the Air Force holds for all applicants that want to find themselves in an instructor capacity or a recruiting capacity. After officers have been selected to that duty, then they are given the opportunity to start applying to specific locations. So for me, Arizona State was one of my top choices. What I loved most about my time here as an instructor is just being amongst a very young, hungry, motivated group of cadets. It's incredibly rewarding. It makes our job really easy, right? As instructors, that's just icing on the cake at that point. It's incredibly rewarding. It fills you with a lot of hope for our future, not just in the military, but our country in general. My favorite memory as a cadre member was paintballing last spring. Cadet Crams did a fantastic job running that event. We got to display resiliency, grit, critical thinking skills, decision-making skills. It was just a great combination of all of those, as well as truly getting to have an awesome time with one another. I still have a scar on my leg from it, so that's a constant reminder of what a fun-filled activity and opportunity that was. A lot of critical thinking throughout that helped us all grow as leaders. My time at the Citadel differs from this experience just because of what was prioritized at the time. So being at a senior military college, you're balancing Air Force ROTC requirements as well as requirements in the Corps cadets. And so there's only so much bandwidth that somebody has. And so it didn't necessarily detract from my experience in Air Force ROTC. It was just merely a balancing game between prioritizing my involvement in the Corps cadets as well as my involvement in Air Force ROTC. What I love about this is you all truly get to just solely focus on your future in the Air Force as cadets right now in the program. The experiences that Air Force ROTC gave to me as a cadet to really become successful in my career and whatever comes afterwards is just the autonomy to grow as a leader, whether that's to grow as a project management leader, grow as an analytical leader, grow as a team leader, cross-functional leader. All of that autonomy, that space was given to me to both succeed and fail and just grow and develop as the leader that I wanted to emulate and be further along in my career. This experience in ROTC has helped me grow as an officer to really develop as a coach, as a mentor. You don't necessarily realize it until you're in the moment how much influence you have over cadets' trajectory. And so you got to really make sure you're providing sound professional advice to make sure that you're getting them on the path that will lead them to success. I would absolutely come back as an ROTC instructor. It's just a great way to end my career. Bookending it, starting in Air Force ROTC and then kind of where I started, right? It's just been an incredibly rewarding opportunity for me to both grow and hopefully leave a lasting impact before I finally depart the Air Force. The advice I would give to a fellow officer coming into Air Force ROTC is you should feel a certain amount of weight on your shoulders, right? A lot of times cadets, they don't necessarily know a lot about the military, about the United States Air Force. And so you are their sole understanding of what it means to be an officer. And so there's an inherent responsibility associated with that. So showing up every day with a winning attitude, being positive, it's infectious, and it's really important to set that standard, because you're going to essentially make or break cadets' understanding and trajectory within Air Force ROTC just based off of that. I'm Major Weippert, and I'm a Flying Devil.